Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Hadrudin is basically the Thor of One Piece, and he is literally Thor from the legends. And you're about to see why this is incredible. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, what a bomb Oda dropped in the recent Elbaf chapters, right? Hadrudin, the brute giant we saw wrecking everything in Dressrosa, is revealed to be the older brother of Loki, the troubled prince. Half-brothers, same paternal bloodline. And this isn't speculation, it's right there in the newest panels with the giants breaking down the royal family tree. Loki, the guy bound in chains and branded as cursed, and Hadrudin, the one who left everything behind to become a pirate and dream big. Now add that to the Norse mythology that inspires all of Elbaf. Thor and Loki are brothers. The blonde thunder powerhouse versus the clever manipulator. Oda doesn't throw names like that around for no reason, especially in an arc packed with Vikings, axes, and ancient legends. Hadrudin fits the Thor mold perfectly. Absurd strength, fierce loyalty. Remember how he swore loyalty to Luffy after being saved in the Colosseum? And a protector vibe who wants to unite all giants under a single banner. This family connection isn't just filler. In the current chapters, Hadrudin's hostility toward his brother jumps off the page. He looks at Loki like the guy is a personal plague. Why? Because this goes beyond normal family beef between giants. If Loki represents the trickster chaos of mythology, Hadrudin is the perfect opposite, the honorable warrior who protects the weak. He left Elbaf young, formed the new giant warrior pirates, and now commands an entire fleet within the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. That screams Thor, defending the realms, especially with Elbaf being portrayed as a warrior paradise filled with massive trees and epic traditions. But what really ignites this theory is the hidden power Hadrudin is likely holding back. So far, we've seen him tank heavy hits in Dressrosa and crush Mach V's with a punch that shook the entire stadium, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Giants are already monsters of raw strength. Dory and Brogy proved that centuries ago, but the royal bloodline seems to carry something extra. Loki has a devastating devil fruit, shown in the hottest recent chapters, capable of threatening even top-tier figures of the world. If the brothers share blood, why wouldn't Hadrudin have access to something similar? Maybe even something more aligned with thunder and storms. Oda loves keeping aces up his sleeve for allies, like Sanji with his genetic awakening, or Zoro evolving his haki. Imagine Hadrudin revealing an innate ability that splits the sky, lightning striking at his command during a battle in Elbaf. And then there's the hammer, the giant elephant in the room. In mythology, nobody thinks of Thor without Mjolnir. The hammer that flies, returns to its owner and summons devastating thunder. One Piece is full of legendary weapons that look ordinary but hide insane secrets, like the supreme grade swords or even objects that ate devil fruits. In the recent Elbaf panels, the giants talk about ancient treasures and heroes of the past who wielded divine tools against colossal enemies. Loki, as prince, would have access to items guarded in the castle or sacred caves. The theory here is straightforward. Hadrudin's true hammer is in Loki's hands, perhaps stolen or taken during a family conflict that led to the younger brother being labeled cursed. Picture the drama. Hadrudin exiled or leaving by choice because he lost the right to the hammer, the weapon that should have been his by inheritance as the honorable eldest son. Loki, the clever younger brother, taking it for himself and maybe even doing something crazy, like fusing it with a thunder-themed devil fruit. Enel's Goro Goro no Mi already showed how overpowered lightning can be, turning its user into a god of the skies. But Oda could create a variant exclusive to Giants of Paramecia, or mythical Zoan, that makes the hammer itself alive, capable of generating continent-level storms. If the hammer ate that fruit, it would explain why Loki is seen as cursed. Maybe the power corrupts him, or he uses it wrongly, unlike Hadrudin, who would wield it with justice. In the current chapters, Loki is being humanized, shown as innocent of King Harold's murder, which opens the door for redemption and an emotional confrontation with his brother. Hadrudin returning to Elbaf now, with his entire fleet, could be exactly about settling accounts and reclaiming what's his. Imagine the scene, the two face-to-face, Hadrudin extending his hand, the hammer flying from Loki to him, triggering a thunderous transformation that lights up the entire arc. Pure hype, perfectly aligned with his dream of becoming the greatest king of the giants, uniting them all the way. Thor united the gods against greater threats. Look at the visual details Oda plants. Hadrudin with a reddish beard, horned helmet, classic Viking armor that screams comic book Thor. Loki darker, bound in chains, mysterious aura. That's not a coincidence. And Hadrudin's attack in Dressrosa, those massive punches, could be foreshadowing for hammer blows that shatter mountains. If the hammer is hidden with Loki, It might explain part of the cursed power the giants fear, not just Loki's fruit, but an elemental weapon that amplifies everything. More fuel for the fire. Elbaf is revealing legends of heroes who fought dragons and rival gods using weapons that controlled the elements. Hadrian, as an ambitious captain, carries that legacy in his blood. His anger toward Loki isn't superficial. In recent dialogue, you can feel old resentment, as if the brother betrayed something sacred. The hammer would be that something, a relic that only the worthy can lift, like a true Mjolnir. Hadrudan proving his worth by taking it back, summoning lightning that would make Enel blush. And the potential in the final war, with the Grand Fleet growing, Hadrudan, armed with that power, would become an anti-army monster, wiping out Marines with storms, while Luffy handles the big bosses. Based on what the manga is delivering right now, with family tension exploding in Elbaf, this brother versus brother clash feels inevitable, and a divine hammer as the prize fits the Norse theme perfectly. One more layer. Giants have ancient ties to the Void Century, guarding secrets the world government fears. A thunder fruit hammer could be an ancient weapon, similar to Poseidon or Pluton, capable of altering climates on a global scale. Hadrudan might know this, hiding that knowledge while waiting for the right moment to reveal it. The confirmed brotherhood elevates everything. This isn't just a loose parallel. It's canon that they're family, making Hadrudan the legitimate Thor against a false Loki. His path alongside Luffy, who carries a sun god vibe, complements that perfectly mythological allies fighting against the world. Continuing down this path, notice how Hadrudan tanked insane pressure without breaking a sweat, suggesting a massive reserve of power for something greater. If the hammer amplifies strength with electricity, he becomes the perfect hybrid of brute force and elemental destruction. Using the wrong hammer would explain the flaws in the curse. Maybe Loki can't fully control the lightning, while Hadrudan can. Redemption is possible if Loki gives it back, but an epic clash comes first. Dory and Brogy, respecting Hadrudan so deeply, calling him a future leader, reinforces the idea that he's holding something special in reserve. The hammer would be the missing crown. In the current flow of the arc, with Elbaf's secret starting to leak out, this power reveal feels close. Hadrudan smiling with confidence, knowing the true thunder is on its way. And that's how the theory comes alive, connecting the dots. Oda scattered with mastery. Hadrudan isn't just muscle, he's the god of thunder, waiting for his moment to shine. What's clear now is that the clash between Hadrudan and Loki isn't as simple as a fight between hero and villain. Both have deep motivations that make them more human than any titles they carry. What Oda is really building is a broken brotherhood, where both brothers, despite their differences, share the same fundamental ideals, protecting Elbaf, the land of the giants, and its ancient culture. Loki, even though many see him as cursed or even a traitor, isn't a villain. His vision for Elbaf, while different from Hadrudan's, is still rooted in a genuine desire for change. He bears the weight of being a prince, and his relationship with the hammer, the possible devil fruit, and Elbaf's ancient secrets is far more complex than a simple thirst for power. Loki doesn't seek destruction, but transformation, even if his methods are seen as radical by other giants, including his own brother. Hadrudan, on the other hand, represents traditional strength, the kind that wants to restore the giants' honor and unite them all under a single banner. For him, Elbaf's hammer, the giant's inheritance, is a symbol of leadership and justice. However, he isn't blind in his sense of right and wrong. Hadrudan also understands that for Elbaf to survive, it must embrace more than brute force. It may need the same change Loki seeks, but approach differently. Not about destroying the old to build the new, but about ensuring that fundamental values aren't lost in the process. The relationship between the two brothers is layered. Hadrudan may feel that Loki betrayed something sacred by taking the hammer, yet he also recognizes that his brother has a broader vision for the giant's future. The anger he feels isn't just personal, it's a response to cultural loss, a fear that Loki's path could lead Elbaf toward a dark fate, far from the honor the giants have always upheld. But what's unfolding is a journey of understanding, not just confrontation. Loki is being increasingly humanized in the most recent chapters. His connection to King Harold's murder, the exile he endured, and the trauma he carries show that he isn't someone who simply seeks destruction. Like Hadrudan, he's trying to find his place in a changing world where the old power structures no longer work. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.